Get ATL. Alright, let's get it. Tired of waiting. Tired of being patient. Yeah. I'm tired of waiting. I can't be patient. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. So I can't be patient. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, I can't be patient. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, I can't be patient. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. 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 I can't be patient. Yeah, I can't be patient. Yeah, I can't be patient. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, I gotta get it. I gotta take it. I gotta make it. I got to get it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy John, aka John Trizzy on the mic.
It's Logan, aka Lil Rax.
It's Jasmine, aka Jazzy.
It's Lawrence, a.k.a. Larry.
It's Amari, a.k.a. Mari.
It's Lacey.
And welcome to the First Phase podcast. Back here with episode 3, baby. You know, we finally back in here. So I just want to ask you guys, how are y'all feeling today? It's been a minute.
I know, right? I'm feeling
Good.
good.
How was everyone Thanksgiving?
It was great. It was great, man.
Really
good.
relaxing.
Yeah, you already know, new haircut on the podcast. Yeah. How to get rid of it, man? How to get rid of it?
I'm glad to see you.
Yeah. So, so our first topic for today is about school lunch, and you know, I just want to throw this question out there. So, why do you guys think that school lunch prices are high? Because $3 for lunch, to me, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if you get lunch every day, that is $15 a week. Do y'all know how much breakfast is?
Breakfast is $3 as well.
So that's $30 in total for breakfast and lunch
That's
a week.
yeah.
Wait, no. I think, don't quote me on this. It's either $3 or $1.50 for breakfast.
Wait, so why are breakfast? Why is $3? So if you're saying that,
Okay.
how is lunch more like expensive than breakfast? Why can't they just be like equal?
I think.
Why can't it just come to a set amount?
I think it has to do with the quantity because I've seen the breakfast. It'd be like one thing and then some milk. But lunch, they give you an entree and then like the juice or fruit, vegetable.
Yeah.
So I don't think it should be worth $3, but I
think
do see why
I
it's
think
different
it's
prices.
$1.50 if that's what we're talking about because
right.
because sometimes I've seen like little eggs and stuff like little ham.
Really?
Yeah, like,
I'll be
like
thinking that's
they be back they be back there whipping it. You know what I'm saying?
Whipping it.
Most of the time, it just be like them packaged toast. That's not worth $3.
Packaged toast.
Like, you know the
I have
toast,
not eaten
the
lunch
banana
or
bread,
It be coming with
Oh,
like
no,
little
I ain't
jelly
gonna
thing. I know
but
exactly.
that's not worth $3.
But they said, well, you said breakfast is $3 or $1.50.
$1.50.
I'm gonna pay $1.50.
Okay, I'll pay
That's
$1.50, but for $3 for lunch.
I think $3 is
And
good
then
for lunch.
here's what else I want to throw out there: the lines. Like
Yeah.
they like it's like they need like more like control. 'Cause I remember freshman year, right? They had all 4 lines open.
Plus the
And the concessions.
Yeah,
Plus the
Yeah,
concession
Alicard. I
too.
said concessions.
Okay, what was that like? Because I wasn't there.
I loved Alicard.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
I
bro.
loved Alicard in 9th grade.
Bro,
We had the
those-
oatmeal cookies, the chocolate chip, the
Bro.
chips, the little drinks. I loved Alicard.
Bro.
I stayed there more than
They even
actually-
had ice
Yes,
cream.
that's what I survived on for lunch.
They
It
even
was,
had
it was
ice cream,
Alicard.
too.
Right, they did have ice cream.
It was good.
Yeah, Alicard back then.
Yeah.
I feel like the lunches were better though. We had chicken wings.
The wings was the it.
Yeah, the buffalo wings. I loved them.
As soon as
Like-
I looked at each other, wings, like I was ready.
I'm not gonna lie. When I went to that little Alicard joint, I used to get the cookies, you know, the drinks. Used to get all that, man. In my old school, we didn't have that. We just had like a little stand. You can get the switches. You can get the
What is that?
Oh, the little
switches.
Izzy drinks?
Switches. No,
Those
Oh,
would
the
be good.
drinks, the
They had
fizzy
those at
drinks.
Kettering.
no. The switch is like a soda.
Like the little.
Like a soda.
Oh, you
like a
talking?
small-
There was like a
you
switches.
talking about like the little green purple
Yes.
joints?
It would be green or it'd be like red. It was like
Yeah.
can. It would say switch on it. It could be flavored.
Yeah, it gives
It's
you
like
the flavor.
sparkling juice.
Yeah, it's really
Man, when you
good.
was
That
Like,
was
if I show you.
You,
that was best. My
I
best.
gotta show you. You've seen a switch before.
I probably have. I'm just not good with names.
You've seen it. Like you'll look at it, and you'll be like, "Oh, I had this," but like, I wouldn't say it's like by name, but like you'll look at it, you'll be like, "Oh, I've had this."
It's in like vending machine.
Yeah, like
Oh my gosh! I used to love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I feel like, you know, having those things in the past and then now, it was just like the lines are like so congested because people People be skipping the lines.
Yeah.
I catch myself doing this sometimes. Like really, I'm like, hey, how you doing? But I don't realize how many people I've been in front of.
like you see your friend in the line, you be like this. Let me go ahead and walk up there.
Well,
and
like-
just go
like just a casual,
past.
like,
Y'all remember when they had
Yeah.
French toast sticks for breakfast?
Oh my god!
I feel like when we were younger, the breakfasts was
Yes,
so
that
much
was-
better, and
Yes.
the lunches. Because I don't think nothing beats ninth grade lunch. I don't eat lunch now, but
So with the ninth grade lunches, were all four open or
Yeah.
like?
It was awful.
it was
Yes,
like
all four
the
were
lines
open.
Even
All of
the
them.
very
Vending
last one.
machines used to be on all
Vending
the
machines
time.
used to be on all the time. You can go there,
no.
get your little snack. You know,
Yeah, they were never off.
My mom
What
used
school
to
was
put
that?
a lot of-
It was
It was
here,
here.
believe it or not,
Believe it
before
or not,
COVID.
Before COVID, it was here.
So I have a question for y'all. What is y'all favorite lunch, and then what is the favorite breakfast? It could be any. It could be now from when you were younger, but it had to be a school.
Mm.
Okay, so for now, I would probably say the mozzarella sticks, but ninth grade, nothing beats the wing.
Okay, and for breakfast.
For breakfast, I like the hash browns that they be having sometimes.
Okay, that's now.
And yeah, that's now. Or the what do they call it, parfaits?
They
Okay.
were having the little fruit joints. I
Yeah,
know
that
exactly
was
what you're
so
talking
good.
about.
Okay, Amari.
I actually like the when we used to have breakfast for lunch here.
Okay, I remember that.
I remember
I
that.
don't
We
know
had
why
the
they-
waffles.
Yeah, I don't know what it
remember
was,
that.
but or the chicken and waffles.
Yes, I remember, and it would be chicken nuggets.
Right.
So
right.
y'all already know how we do on this podcast when it comes to meat or food, all right? So,
Oh, here we go. We've been
So
here all night.
can I do a split? Because you know I came from two different schools. So 'cause I went to two different high schools. So okay, so at my old high school, we used to have like these. We used to have hot dogs, but they were like red.
Oh,
But
North
then-
Carolina got the
North
best
Carolina-
hot dogs.
Oh Lord,
They were red.
yeah,
Yeah,
they were
red
red.
hot dogs
They're
are-
so good, Amari.
They're really good. I know exactly.
And then for breakfast,
Wait, for breakfast or this was
no,
for lunch?
For lunch.
Okay.
But for breakfast, we would have like these donuts, like brown donuts. Those are the
Brown
best.
donuts.
Brown donuts.
Brown donuts.
And they had like cinnamon on them. I feel like I know what you're talking about.
And for here,
For here, I would say the chicken sandwich, most definitely.
yeah.
Oh, yes, I forgot all about those.
And for breakfast, I never really had breakfast like that, but I'll say the cereal.
Cereal. Okay.
Cereal.
More.
All right, so I'm gonna say for James Madison for like, I want to say I'm gonna say here. Like I don't know what it was the other day, but it was like this wrap. Like I don't know what if it was like chicken or like it was like something with tomato sauce. It was just good, and like I had like these like potato wedge fries. Like they was orange, but it was like really good.
Those fries are
Okay.
good.
Breakfast, it's a lot of breakfast I like. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I come up like, oh, they having this breakfast. Like I be, I'm gonna have to say respectfully, I'm gonna say it's fruit parfait.
Okay. Lacey.
Well, so at my old middle school, we would have pizza pockets.
Okay.
Those were my favorite lunch. But the
Is that-
breakfast.
Is that like a hot pocket?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could never
but
get down with
for-
those.
It's like very circular, small.
Yeah. For the breakfast, I would have to say the confetti cake pancakes.
Okay.
Confetti pancakes. That sounds
I think for mine, at my elementary school, my first elementary school, I attended Greenbelt. Y'all, we had the best breakfast. I promise you. We used to have the sausage, the circle patties, the pancakes, and they used to have like syrup and a side of butter. I used to love that. And then for lunch, I'm gonna have to say here, the wings. Nothing beats the buffalo wings here, y'all. The lines used to be
Yeah.
so
It used to
long.
be long, but it was worth the wait.
Yes, it was.
So, my last thing I want to touch on is, why do you think that we don't have really more healthier options like the salads and the, wraps?
I mean,
Actually,
but
I've,
let's,
we
I've
do.
seen
Because they
I've
don't go
seen
to
it.
waste.
I see it, bro.
Yeah, we do have healthier options. You never seen it?
I don't eat
They
lunch.
have
I would
those
I
never-
don't think they have a lot of it because I've seen like they put like three little sandwiches, like the little healthy sandwiches,
Yeah.
and once they go, they don't.
Yeah,
They don't
I-
refill them
They don't-
anymore.
Yeah, but I've always told myself when it comes to salad and stuff, salad used to haunt me back in North Carolina because if you didn't have enough lunch money to pay for your lunch, they would give you the little veggie joint.
They would give you what's left.
They would give me a PB&J
Yeah,
and
same.
call it a day.
Right, that's what they
They'll
did.
give me,
a bagel.
they'll give me that salad and be like, no,
Oh, you don't got
and
enough? I'm
sa-
sorry.
Oh.
They give you some crackers
a
and say
salad
it's
with
wrong
no
for
a
that.
salad with no ranch, bro.
Oh,
and
no.
literally,
With no ranch is kind of wicked, man.
But I
Right.
feel like the stereotype of school lunch, they make it seem like it's so nasty. That's probably why kids don't want to try the salads because I don't want to try salads
Yeah.
because of the reputation that I've heard.
yeah. But going into our next topic, so the first thing I do want to shout out is our YPMA fundraiser that is going towards our beautiful gaming center that's right behind us. So we do want to have donations come in. So make sure everyone on the podcast got that little donation joint. Just donate to them. And we wanna open this up because we really feel like why students should have like a space
Absolutely.
to where they can game, relax, chill, be with their families, and have fun. So I think that's really really important. Yeah. So going in, so I added this something new, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I added this something new this week.
Let us know.
So it's actually the question of the day. So question of the day is, do you think that we should have more dress down days?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say yes.
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Okay.
What?
I'm
Boy, you crazy.
Some days I be like, I'm liking my little uniform. Like, oh, man, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm an accessory. I'm gonna wear this
Well,
today.
everyone wears the same thing, so you don't have to worry about getting bullied.
Yeah.
That's true.
I see it from
But
both sides.
I mean, if it was for just one day though, I would take it.
Yeah.
I say because I say yes.
One day every quarter.
I think it's a way for people to express themselves. I feel that's a form of self-expression. So I say yes.
For me, it's honestly just I run late every day or almost every day. So trying to find khaki pants and iron them and iron a polo shirt real quick is a lot.
I don't do that.
If we didn't have
iron?
uniform,
I just throw my
If that's the case,
Yeah,
Go.
no uniform, I'd be coming in here with, like my
sweatpants,
Crocs,
hoodies.
slides.
Oh man.
Boy, you talking
Some
about?
days probably with my sleep mask still on. Like,
No.
Jasmine, what's your reasoning?
I mean, I feel like it'd be good to do it once in a while. Well, not once in a while. Once like once a week.
Okay.
I say that is good just because it gives people a day to express themselves. It also could be used as like a reward, and people might be able to start going to their classes more if they know that, hey, if I don't get into a fight, if I don't, skip my classes, I might get a dress down day. So I feel like that would urge people to actually better themselves as well. So,
Yeah, because for me, we didn't have uniforms, and honestly, like I remember 9th grade year, right? I looked up literally how to dress with a school uniform.
in PG County?
And no, I just looked up how to dress with a school uniform. I didn't know what to wear.
Like to how to accessorize
Like,
it?
yeah, how to accessorize. Yeah,
So you never had a
be honest, I
uniform
did
before
that.
this?
yeah, I never had a uniform before this. I was like, bro, yeah, like collared shirt. My mom tried to buy me my mom bought me like this big sweater freshman year. It didn't even fit. You know what I'm saying? I had that on. I was like, Mom, and plus I waited till my senior year to
be
get that thing out.
To be
Not
honest,
work.
like I didn't even know really like non-uniform schools exist. Like I was like, in my mind when I was growing up, I thought, wow, like every school has to have a uniform. Like I've never like not known a non-uniform school.
Yeah, same here. So like the idea of like going to a school without uniform is like
It's like
mind-blowing.
idealistic to me.
From personal experience, it was really hard, especially because I had to be on time for my bus,
So you,
and that came at 7 a.m.
so you've actually been in one and two then.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I've been in both. My elementary school was a no uniform, so it was normal to me. So when I transferred to Upper Marlboro and switched elementary schools and we wore uniform, it was an adjustment. But I think it just takes time to get adjusted to new things. But I feel like if we had no uniform, we would probably complain about getting in uniform or probably would want uniform. And now that we have uniform, we would probably want no
Not to
uniform.
have it.
I think everyone wants something that they don't got.
I feel like what it would probably be like that one student that's always wearing something they shouldn't, and administration.
It'll mess it up.
Yeah,
Yep.
administration's like,
Yeah.
hey, you shouldn't be wearing that. And I'm like, whatever. Like, and they just keep going with it every day. We would have probably lost
Yeah.
it. Just
I
because
couldn't
of
imagine
it.
why it's not in uniform now.
That'll just be. I mean, I can. I mean, it's a nice area, nice. School.
Only reason why I say no is because
has always been a
yeah,
uniform
it's always
school.
been uniform.
Always been
Ever since
uniform.
I've been going here, it's uniform.
And it's uniform, but it's a public school.
That's true.
That's a good question. Do PG County have any like non-uniform schools?
No.
That
I
is a
know.
good
No, they
question.
do. Like
They do.
I know elementary schools do. Like my old elementary still does no uniform. I believe so, unless they switch.
Yeah, I always thought
A lot of
uniform
them
schools were for
switch.
private schools.
I just thought it was certain counties. So they really have no.
I know, like Waldorf, you don't have to wear. Montgomery County, you don't wear uniform.
But that's
Wow.
Charles County.
Yeah, they don't wear.
That's Charles County.
But can y'all
Waldorf is
They
Charles
don't
County.
wear them.
can y'all imagine if they changed the uniform to where we had to wear a suit and tie with the
Oh,
little-
like
That's like
Oh
private
no,
Yeah.
that's like private school.
I had to do that before. I used to
do
go
that?
to a Christian.
Same.
Was it fun? That seems exciting.
I was so young. So,
Yeah,
It was
but
a
I-
lot.
but we always had to wear, y'all know, like the little uniform dresses, like the full ones.
Oh
The
no,
overall
I feel like
dresses
that's
that
a
we
lot
had to
for a
wear.
child.
that's crazy.
But yeah, well, I mean, I was young, so I don't know.
Cause you want to be free.
When they do that, they
Yeah.
try to like instill like the professional mindset. If
Yeah.
that's, you know what I mean, like I wouldn't want to do that every day because I would not be coming in with ties. Certain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a button up with a tie and like the pants, and it had a sweater.
Oh,
What
wow.
was the color?
It was blue.
Mine was blue
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like blue.
Okay.
So when we were, so I think like around third grade, we were able to get polos. We were excited about the polos. We didn't have to come in here with the button down and
Polos was
tie
crazy.
every day.
If you all think about it, well, certain of us, we've been in uniform our whole life.
Me,
I've never-
y'all,
we were
y'all,
little.
y'all have. I have experience outside of uniform, so I tell y'all, sometimes it is hard to find something to wear, but then it's not at the same time. Because when you go to school, people be like, sometimes like, what you wearing, cuz? Like, what you wearing? Like why you wearing this? Like, people be like, why you wearing this
They're
fake
so
stuff? Why you
mean.
wearing that, bro? Like,
Yeah, I started wearing uniform in third grade, so majority of my life I've been wearing uniform.
I know for seniors it's a little different. We have our dress down days. We had to come to school dressed professionally. I like that because it helps us.
It was cute.
It
It was
helps
cute.
prepare us for like real world opportunities because we can't wear a uniform our whole life. You know, so I find that helpful.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I feel
It
like
gave me
Something to look up to. Like
no,
different.
what's the word? Like office wear.
Oh,
That's
Office
what you
wear?
would wear in the office.
yeah, I think it's kind of getting
Professional.
me ready.
Yeah.
Professional.
Because
I
that's like
just-
the office type setting I will be
Yeah.
in all day. So trying
Yeah.
to.
I
figure
just
out
always
being a
felt
suit.
like, I feel like if we did have at least one dress down day, it wouldn't hurt. You know, to at least like wear what we actually want to like, express ourselves.
Yeah.
Like Logan said, I think that, that's actually important to me. Because when I came to Wise and I had to wear the uniform, it's kind of like I lost my self-expression. Like, going into school, like I always had they were like, Jonte, nice fit. Jonte, you looking clean, boy. Like I lost that, when I came here, it's like everybody wore the same thing. So it's like you can't get that. You can't get those.
You can look nice.
You can't get those little nugs
Just
no
gotta
more.
wear like nice shoes or a nice jacket.
I mean, I feel like we've been like, for me, I've always worn uniform since elementary school. I wouldn't know how to function if this school just went from
I
uniform
think it'd
to
be
non.
odd. Like
I'm conditioned to wake up, go in my uniform. I have a whole drawer dedicated to uniforms.
What?
When I tell you, I've been in uniform my whole life, so it's like I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know how to act. I wouldn't know what to wear. So like,
But I feel like it's nice to see everyone like accessorize in their uniform.
yeah.
Yeah.
right, it gives everyone that like unique like.
I did it. After this, I'm gonna show y'all all the fresh uniform fits I have had.
I think
I
uniform
was
is
so
very
fly.
convenient though, because all you have to do, okay, you know what you're wearing in the morning: khakis, either white or black shirt, or
Like you don't have
Any
to stress
freshman's
about
yellow.
like
Yeah.
washing clothes. Like what you wearing tomorrow? Like,
Hey,
it's
you know,
it's
I
the
wear
same
this. You know
thing.
what I'm saying?
it's very
And we
convenient.
do have like
Puma
some form
gear.
of self-expression. Like as you see, Logan, she has like her piercings. You got your jewelry. You got your hoodies and stuff. So it's like we are able to still express ourselves in a way. So it's not like completely sheltered. You just have to figure out what you
no,
want.
we're still very lenient. Like we ain't got to do the suit and tie. Like,
Right,
I
yeah.
think I'm.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
still-
I'm very grateful for that.
I wouldn't mind it though. I think it would be cute.
No.
Y'all don't think it would be
Wise
cute?
did
Every
that?
It would be a lot, but I think it would be so
Every
cute.
day. And
It would be
imagine if
different.
Imagine if they like penalize you for not wearing it. Like you,
Okay,
you
now
lose
they
your
doing too
tie.
much.
Like you're not wearing the right socks. Like I can't.
Right.
used to be
Oh,
in
socks
middle
is
school.
crazy. Some days
That's
I'd be
how they
like,
beat
No,
up.
but you remember at Kettering they used to do that too.
For your shoes?
Like y'all, when we first came, they told us it had to be all black shoes. Like that's all you
I
wear.
remember.
But then
They changed it.
Yeah.
I was
Wait,
like, that was
here?
like- No,
no,
Kettering.
Oh,
we went
oh.
to a middle
I'm like,
school,
Kettering is too ghetto for us to be having to do that.
but nobody stick to that.
Nobody.
James Madison used to get in trouble if you weren't wearing the same color socks.
I
What?
don't remember that.
I
That's
almost
controlling.
got ISS.
That okay? Now that's just
principal,
controlling.
she-
Yeah,
was
that's
like-
very controlling.
Miss Washington.
No. I forgot what her name was. We had her. You had her.
Miss Washington.
It wasn't Washington.
I thought it was Washington.
It was
Man.
something else.
no
We
socks,
can't
no
we
socks.
can't name drop. We can't
We
name drop.
We
anyway.
can't name drop here.
So that works. But she was like, "You're getting ready to get ISS. You didn't wear the same color socks." I'm like, "But it doesn't matter. No one's looking."
I don't remember that. Yeah,
Like-
they
Who's
didn't
gonna be looking at your feet?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Like for real, like
Mine used to
Like-
be the same way.
How would they even know? Like, wouldn't the pants cover it?
But I used to get in trouble for the same thing too.
I
in
was
my
wearing
middle school.
joggers.
It was
Joggers were
socks.
popular that year.
It was socks.
Oh, yeah.
And if you didn't have a tie, you would get penalized for that. If you had mismatched socks, that you would get penalized. Shoes had to be all black and
All black?
That's
all
too
black.
much.
Wow.
So when I got here, it was like more relief.
That's too much.
So going into our last topic, it's a very important topic, you know, in our school community here. So it's about drug problems in schools, and first I just want to start off with a story. So according to Fox 5, a middle school student died outside their apartment on November 2nd, 2022. It was reported that fentanyl was found in her system, but the cause of death remains under investigation. The fentanyl was described as a prescription painkiller. And then another story I would like to highlight is a 10th grader from Bladensburg High School died at their home. The toxicology and medical examiner reports are still underway. And what I like to say is I'm so sorry. I'm deeply sorry for the families that, you know, lost their kids. I feel like, you know, it's very hard to lose someone. And especially due to, you know,
Drug
due
use.
to
Like
drug use.
fentanyl.
Yeah, due to drug use. And, you know, at first I just want to get y'all thoughts about hearing, like, the story.
Well, first, I want to send my prayers and love to the
And
families
condolences.
and my condolences. But I just feel like that could happen to anybody, especially because they were laced and they were giving to the children as like painkillers, so they didn't know. So it's like that could happen to anybody. That could happen to you. That could happen to me. I just feel like we have to just be more careful and stop putting trust into people.
Because
Don't take drugs from other people.
Because
Yeah,
fentanyl,
just don't take drugs from people.
fentanyl, that has like 10,000.
Has a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but it's like 10,000 or something. It's like an outrageous number.
Yes.
Me personally, first I want to send my condolences to the family, but I don't know, y'all. I feel like our generation, this generation, I think drug use is such a big thing. I feel it's so normalized for people to smoke, to drink, and I hate that it's like that. But I just think that with this day and age, that's what people run to. So it's sad that, you know, they got to go through this to families, but.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like, you know, you never know what's going to happen to, like, a loved one or people that you actually know. And it happened to someone I know. I'm not going to say which family member was it. But, so, basically, I was on the bus. And, well, I was at the bus stop. And the family member, he was he was on the bus. But this guy gave him a pen. And he used it, and he ended up going to the hospital, and, you know, hearing that happened to someone that I love and a family member that I cared about, you know, it's always like be careful from what you're like, who you're like taking stuff from, associating yourself with, because he was actually, you know, cool with that dude. You know, and, you know, I feel like that's, you know, important, like you said, who you associate yourself with, who's in your circle. So, and I do want to pull up a question for you guys. So, do you guys think that drugs cause like more violence in the community?
I believe it depends on the drug and person. Because you never know. People,
The backstory.
Yeah, people they suffer from mental illness, all different type of things. So I think it can play a role, especially when it under circumstances like that. I just think it depends on the person.
Yeah, especially if the person's already unstable and then they go and add alcohol, weed, all that stuff on top.
Yeah, some people do it. They're like, oh my gosh, I really need to smoke. Like, I'm so stressed out. Like, they do it to like escape. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we try to normalize it now, and we need to, like, I don't know. We talked about it a little bit in one of my classes, how people use that sometimes as an excuse.
like an sedative.
Like, we talked about how it's used as an excuse sometimes to that people use to say that, oh, I'm feeling stressed out, so that's their relief to go to, but it actually makes it worse. So I don't know, trying to stay away from it is probably the best way
But
possible.
then it's like easily accessible. Like the person that passed away was in middle school, and the
Yeah.
other person was in the 10th grade. Like those are children, those are babies.
Yeah,
They
like
haven't even
those.
gone to high school yet.
Right.
Well, 10th grader. 10th grader, yeah.
Well, the-
Middle school.
10th
10th grader.
The middle schooler.
Middle schooler.
The middle schooler.
Yeah, the middle schooler wasn't able to. And back in middle school, you know where I was doing back in middle school? I was trading Pokemon cards back
Yeah.
in middle school.
And
Playing with Beyblades.
Playing with Beyblades.
more of an
like
elementary school activity.
Really, I did elementary.
elementary activities.
I was playing Just Dance, all the Michael Jackson, the Experience. I was playing all those games.
Yeah, and I
Not
feel
worrying about
like
no drugs.
they didn't get to experience life, you know, because of that, you know, circumstance. So I feel like, you know, giving advice to our student community here at WISE is, you know, be careful, you know, where you getting stuff from and who you associate yourself with and your circle that you're around. And also, you know, just be mindful, be cautious, and live your life.
Right, absolutely.
You know, I feel like drugs, you don't need it. You know, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
I've had an experience where it's meant to be medicinal for people.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're like, oh my gosh, and they get addicted.
Yeah, it's like they use it for like medicine and things like that.
I think a lot of people take drugs as an escape, as Amari was saying.
Yeah, like in Maryland, how on the ballot when I was voting for the first time, they said like legalizing marijuana in, you know, the state of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing that, and it's actually gonna be, you know, about to be done, you know, in Maryland.
I feel like we really can't get rid of it.
Really
It's just
can't- yeah,
trying
really
to-
can't get it.
You really just gotta try to stay away from it as best as possible.
As best as
Right.
possible.
It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, and really like, you know, do your thing. So, you know, I always wondered like for like the different, you know, I feel like the different programs, and you know, people can go to like different like therapy if they're going through, you know,
Rehab.
like, you know, they're going through like, you know, certain things like drugs and stuff like that. They can go to therapy. They can talk to a counselor as a student.
You
Like,
know, I'm
student
saying,
right
but like even with adults, like
yeah.
most of them just don't feel like that necessarily works.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's good that we have things such as that, like rehabilitation centers. I don't
Mhm.
want to say rehab because that's offensive, but I feel like with centers like that, it's great to really, because there's a cause, and when people automatically just go there, they know that what they're there for, because it could be for a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I feel like awareness is also something that should be pushed on more, because
Absolutely.
if the children just knew about
About like the dangers.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have taken that.
They wouldn't
drug,
have, you know,
They
they wouldn't have
wouldn't
did it back then. No.
Yeah, like if
Back-
they just knew about
Back
it.
They would have
then,
been more cautious.
we used to, sorry. Back then, we used to have Red Ribbon Week, and it was a whole week where the students, you know, at elementary school,
I remember that.
yeah, you remember,
I remember that red ribbon.
that? As students, you never heard of
No,
that?
never heard of it.
Red ribbon.
It went with everything. Like it was for suicide.
Yeah.
It was they just spread awareness. I remember they like would come to the wouldn't they come to the schools and do like
Yeah, and do you guys
They
think
would
we
give,
should?
like little pins and you would wear it, right?
I thought that was for breast cancer.
No.
No,
They
red
have
ribbon.
red ribbon pins as well.
No.
So, like,
Yeah.
y'all
Have
never
you
had
heard
someone
of
come
that?
to y'all school
I-
like they would do the little.
They would only do cyberbullying and breast cancer. They had us wear orange for cyberbullying and then pink for breast cancer.
So,
I remember.
Logan, I know since you heard of it, you think they should bring it back into, you know, PG
Oh,
County
most
schools?
definitely.
Personally, I think I liked it. It was fun. The way they entertained us, they kept us aware. I liked it. I think they should.
Lacey, what were you
So-
getting ready to say about it?
So I have never heard of it, but we had DARE, which was a
Oh,
drug
I remember Dare.
prevention.
I remember there.
And like you had to sign a contract that you would never do drugs and whatever. And it was teaching you about how to stay away from like bad things and all that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember I signed the contract.
Yep.
I don't remember
I
that.
think I did the contract too. I really don't
I
remember.
signed the contract.
But I know I
never
had
did
very
drugs.
bad cursive.
I don't remember what the program was, but it was something similar to what you were saying that we did at like my youth center. So you had to sign it, and then once you signed it, you got like a T-shirt saying that.
Yeah.
It's like I say no to drugs. or something
Yeah.
like that.
It might have been Dare. I think
Probably.
because I just remember them saying big no.
Big-
But unfortunately, guys, that's all the time we have, Jonte.
So I just want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. Let's give it a clap. Let's give it a little clap, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, so third episode in the books. I just want to give a big shout out to my team here, podcast team. Give a big shout out to Mr. Wright,
Mr. Wright.
HBK, Jay,
The producer.
Gerard, the producer on the joint.
Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard.
Mike
yeah.
behind the camera.
Mike behind the
Hello.
camera.
We can't
Yeah,
forget him.
Yeah, we can't forget him.
And without further ado, Mr. Pearson, because without this
And
wouldn't be
Mr.
possible.
and Mrs.
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
And Miss Cohen and Miss Ferdinand, they're
Miss
two great
Dobbins,
mentors. Miss Dobbins, everybody.
Brother and sister, yes.
Yes, we love
Ah!
And that is it.
Yeah, so I just really appreciate you guys for tuning in, man.
And we out.
We are out.
We out.
Yeah, I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, I gotta get it, I gotta take it, I gotta make it, I got to get famous. I'm taking my shot, I keep me a slot. Dropping the album, I hope it don't flop. Came a long way from selling the racks, came a long way from hustling the block. And trapping and robbing and kicking the door. Came from the bottom, I came from the floor. Rocking these stages, I'm going on tour. Feel like a guy when I'm in the booth. Way too close, so I can't lose. Way too close, so I can't lose. But I'm running out of time.